Over the past few years, it feels like I've reviewed more electric SUVs than I've had Pizza Express dough balls. Are you bored of electric SUV reviews? Me too. Which is why it's actually a real pleasure to review a used Skoda Enyaq Coupe, because not only has it depreciated nicely, so I don't have to whinge about how expensive it is, but it's a good car, so I don't have to whinge about how deeply average it is. So here we are, the Skoda Enyaq Coupe, a used one. Is it going to be good? Would I dip it in garlic butter? Let's find out. Yes, I'm fully aware that the Skoda Enyaq has just been facelifted for 2025, but that means this 2-year-old example has come down in price. This one is an early 2024 car with 11,000 miles on the clock, and it's down to just under £28,000. A new equivalent is about 46 grand, so you're saving £18,000 if you get this one with its lovely brown interior. And it's not any Enyaq, it's the swoopy coupe version with this tailing off roofline, which gets you a few more miles out of the standard 77 kilowatt hour battery. On paper, this will do 356 miles on a charge, and it will get from 10 to 80% in about half an hour. It only fast charges at 135 kilowatts, which is not exactly blistering, but it's got a decent range. Now, it doesn't look quite as modern as the facelifted Enyaq that's just come out. This is very much old school Skoda with these traditional headlights on it, but you could option it with the crystal face grille, which sounds like one of those baddies in one of those awful James Bond films that came out about 15 years ago. But hey, it's an inoffensive grey electric coupe. Like all the other Volkswagen Group cars that share the Enyaq's platform, like the Cupra Tavascan and the Volkswagen ID4, all the aircon gubbins is actually under the bonnet, which means the floor can be a bit lower despite having batteries under it, and you get a big boot as well. It's 4.6 meters long, it weighs about 2.2 tons, which is a bit of a shame. But because this is the coupe, you've got 19-inch wheels as standard, and also a panoramic sunroof, which surely throws lots of lovely light on a grey soulless Skoda interior that has all the charisma of an AI chatbot. No, it's brown! This was definitely spec'd by a German, and I love it. This is actually called the Eco Suite interior, and Skoda's used olive trees to dye the leather rather than chemicals. It's better for the environment if you do that. It was originally a £1,600 option. It's got some piping, and I am so here for it. But otherwise, this is a base spec Enyaq Coupe, so it hasn't got heated seats or a heated steering wheel, but it's got pretty much everything else that you could really need. You've got a 13-inch infotainment system. I didn't really like that when this car first came out, because it had lots of software bugs, but it's all been fixed now. It's got wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and it's easy to use. You have to use it for adjusting the temperature, which is a bit of a shame, but hey, the facelift car's just got a bigger one, which is slightly improved in terms of usability. Still got a small digital dashboard down there that shows your range and your efficiency and things like that. And you've got a 2-spoke steering wheel, which is just lovely. You've got a reversing camera, loads of storage, the grippy Skoda cup holders where you can undo a Coke bottle one-handed because it grips into the bottom. It hasn't got wireless charging on this one, but it has got 2 spaces for phones down there, loads of space down there, an angle adjustable armrest, which I really like. And the only real downside is you've got a half-width glove box like every other Volkswagen Group car on this platform, which is just a bit lazy. They've not moved the fuse box like in a French car. But on the plus side, I've got felt-lined door bins, and it just feels super airy in here. It's a really, cliche incoming, lovely place to be. Unsurprisingly, for a Skoda, backseat space is really good. I am 6'3", and that seat is in my driving position, and I've got loads of knee room. Foot room is kind of okay. There are a few lumps under there I have to negotiate. And headroom, even if I lean back, my head only just touches the roof, and that's when I'm properly leaning back. So I would say the back seats are good for 6'3" passengers, even in the coupe. Now, in terms of storage, I've got 2 pockets here, one for my phone, one for my maps, I guess, and I've got big door bins, but they're not felt lined in the back. I've got a nice flat floor. There's a tiny little rise in the floor, but your middle seat passenger is going to be okay. The only thing is, because this is a base spec car, there's no USB in the back, which is a bit of a miss. But look, I've got this, got cup holders, and the seats are nice and reclined at a set angle. You can't adjust that, and it's just really comfortable. And the sunroof comes all the way back here, so I can stare up at the trees to see the acorns that have been dive bombing us all day. Lovely. The back end of this version of the Enyaq looks quite similar to the back end of the new facelifted Enyaq, apart from the Skoda font has slightly changed to incorporate the little hat on the S. Now, in terms of boot space, look, I'm manually opening the boot. Entry-level problems. It's not a problem. You get a 585 litre boot on the normal Enyaq. This coupe loses 15 litres, so it's still massive. 570 litres, it just means you can't pile as much above the parcel shelf if you're going on holiday. Look, you've got a little bit of space under there for your cables in a little well. You've got some storage at the side there. You've got hooks that flip down there, and you've got a ski hatch that goes through into the body of the car. So that is what I like to call a whopper. And you've got a little rubber thing there for closing it. If I was going to sum up how the Skoda Enyaq drives in one word, it would be comfeasy. It's comfortable and easy. It's easy because you don't need to do anything when you get in the car to start it up. There is a button down here, but you just sit in it with the key in your pocket, pull it into D, and off you go. Secondly, yes, it's very comfortable. It's just set up well for British roads. It's not trying to be a sports car, and it irons out bumps very well, especially on these small alloy wheels with the big chunky tyres. It's proper dreamy if you've got a family that you don't want to wake up or jolt awake on long drives. Now, if you are doing long drives on the motorway, it's very refined as well. You don't get much wind or tyre noise, and it just feels very comforting. Yes, this one has a bit of a secret. It's got the more powerful 286 horsepower motor in it, which means it will do 0 to 62 in 6.7 seconds. So when you plant it, it does go some, but that's not really the point, because when you get to a corner, you'll realise that in corners, the Enyaq is set up for comfort as well. It rolls a bit in corners. It can go down a road quite quickly and it grips well, but it's not really the point. It's a long distance mile muncher, and it's just very easy to live with. Now, this one's been averaging 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour since it was new, so you're going to get a real world 320-ish miles of range, which is very impressive. The view out the back is perhaps the only real negative. It's got a bit of a blind spot at the back corners, but you've got reversing cameras, standard and big door mirrors. What's not to like? I mean, it's comfortable, it's efficient, it's pokey enough, it's spacious, and it's not really harmed by being a coupe either. You've got a big boot and enough rear seat space as well. So yeah, I sound like I'm doing the conclusion a little bit too early, so let's head back and do that now. For years now, I've been saying that if you're a normal person like me, well, reasonably normal, I do watch a lot of Second World War documentaries, if you want a family EV that's an SUV, the Skoda Enyaq is a really good choice. The only thing is, like all electric SUVs, it's an expensive car to buy new. So actually, it's been really eye-opening reviewing a used one for £28,000. That's the same price as a new Hyundai Insta, which is about this big and not that much use for families. It's still very comfortable. It's still got a massive boot despite being a coupe, and also the rear headroom isn't ruined by being a coupe, and you get about 10 miles extra on your range. And this one, a year and a half old, is still showing a maximum range of about 330 miles in the real world, which is really efficient and impressive. So yes, it hasn't got the fast charging speeds of the new stuff, but it's not far off. And yeah, it's a really likable thing, and it's got a brown interior. Downsides, really, well, it's not that much fun to drive, and you don't really need the 286 horsepower motor that this one has got, unless you're drag racing your family SUV, which you shouldn't be. Anyway, if you've liked brown interiors in this video, please hit like, go down to the comments and leave me the check word for brown looks good on you, Tim. And I'll see you next time after you subscribe to the Motorpoint YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'll never see you again, and this will be it. And that'll be quite sad. Yes, I've got commitment problems.